It's not like it's even a real motorcycle. It's just something to tinker around with. It's more like a toy than anything else. Come on, what do you mean? It's not gonna lead to anything.
Alright, my friends, it's time to introduce you to my 1978 Honda CT70. 70 cubic centimeters of pure adrenaline pumping power. 5 horsepowers, probably some torques, I'm guessing. It is a beast. And I realized the other night as I was laying in bed that I've been lying to you all. In a couple different videos, I have indicated that my first bike was in fact that XT250. Well, not that XT250, one just like it. And I talk a lot about the XT250, but I never mention my true first love, which was the Honda CT70. This bike has 3 gears, no clutch. And if you can hear the noises it's making, you may start to understand why the infamous 5K rattle of the Honda CRF 300L has never really bothered me. Now, according to the internet, the claimed top speed of this bike when it came out was, I think, 45 miles an hour. But when you put 185 pounds on it and 44 years, the actual top speed is significantly less. Alright, let's see what we can milk out of this baby. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Hit the speed limit, baby. Come on. Alright. 25 miles an hour. Now maybe if I was a better mechanic, I could really figure out a way to milk a few more miles per hour out of this thing. Maybe, I don't know. But the bright side is that it is literally impossible for me to get a speeding ticket on this thing in my neighborhood. So the transmission on this, as I mentioned before, three gears, no clutch. It's an automatic clutch, so you do have a foot gear shift there. All the way down is neutral, then you have 3 gears straight up. And you may be thinking, sure, it may not go so fast, but I bet it's a beast off-road. Well, I'll show you. So not only is it a speed demon, but it is just a beast off-road with its, I don't know, 10-inch wheels, 8-inch wheels, 12-inch, I don't know. It just eats up the trails. In fact, there's a chance I may even be able to make it over that little hill right there. Let's do this. I just popped a little wheelie there. So yeah, this may not be the fastest bike in the world. It may actually be the slowest bike in the world. It may not be the best in the dirt. It may be the worst in the dirt. But it was my first love. My elementary school crush. Am I going to be able to do this? Woo! There was one of these sitting in the garage of my grandparents' house. It was owned by my uncle. I never saw it run, but I would... Okay, this may be stupid. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, jeez. But I would go out in the garage and I would just stare at that thing longingly. It just looked like the perfect machine to me. And ever since then, I wanted one. Never went away. And so, when I was, I don't know, 45-ish? Oh gosh, I'm gonna bottom out on this. Oh, nope, I didn't. I started looking around. I started looking around and, oh gosh, did I actually jump there? On the classified ads, and I found one of these. It wasn't this one actually, it was a different one that's all taken apart right now. It was a 1975 green one, and oh boy, I'm gonna get stuck in this. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. Oh, come on. Anyway, and it sort of ran, but it was all beat up, of course, as 40-year-old, 45-year-old bikes tend to be. So, I dismantled it and actually took that one in and got it powder coated green to kind of match the original color. So this was the second bike that I bought, and this was originally black. Obviously this is not true to its nature, this yellow. I just really liked it. It was originally black. When I got it, it was spray painted, very badly spray painted red. Did not run at all. And so I thought, oh, this is going to be just a blast to tinker with in the garage, fix up, make it cute. And it absolutely was those things. I spent a summer with my son fixing it up. We totally tore it down to its frame, grinded off all the rust and stripped all the paint, painted it, tore the engine apart, replaced the clutch plates, got an aftermarket clutch or aftermarket carburetor, and man, the feeling of spending a couple months working on a bike like this and then getting it all put back together, kicking it and having it start right up. There are few things I've experienced that are as satisfying. So yeah, that's how I spent that summer. And in fact, I came out and I'd come out here, and at the time, the other one that's currently dismantled, it was functional. It was, and so my son and I would come out here and ride around these little hills. I was never brave enough to go on on these super steep ones back then, but I've since bravened up a little bit. But anyway, and it was great fun. All the things that I imagined we'd be able to do with it, like throw it in the back of the Suburban. I thought the suspension on my CRF 300L Rally was bad. Anyway, throw it in the back of the Suburban, take it on camping trips. All those things happened. I mean, you can unscrew these things here, and the handlebars just pop out and fold down. Can be easily lifted up by me. Fits in the back of my Suburban. Close the door. No need for a hitch. No need for anything fancy. And you can take it around and put it around a campsite. All that came to pass. And at the time, I thought that's all I wanted. You know, I wasn't planning on becoming uncontrollably obsessed with riding motorcycles all of a sudden. But it didn't take a super long time until riding around at a max speed of 25 miles an hour on little trails on teeny wheels didn't become as much fun as I thought it would. I'm saying that as I'm laughing uncontrollably. It's been a little while since I've ridden this thing, and I sort of forgotten about it. Anyway, so I thought, you know what, I'll let my kids ride these bikes and I'll get a slightly bigger bike. And that's how the XT250 came to pass. And that's, you know, the beginning of the rabbit hole that I've been going down for the past 3 years. So yeah, that's the story of my real first bike. This thing has super crappy drum brakes front and back. Like I said, 3 gears. But I will say, this is a true dual sport. Came from the factory, street legal. It's got blinkers, it's got a headlight. They're not currently working on this particular bike, but that's beside the point. And look at those helicopter carrier thingers. I wonder if they heard the roar of my engine and came to investigate. So yeah, this could be the genesis of dual sporting right here. And there's obviously nostalgia going around because Honda brought back their Monkey, which was I believe it was originally the CT70, one a little bit smaller than this. I think the Monkey that they make now is a 125, I want to say. I'd love to get one someday, but I probably won't. There's certainly a nostalgia element around these for a lot of people, me included, as I've said. And they're old, so they can be hard to find. But if you're interested in one of these, what I would recommend highly is find one that is not working, just kind of one that you can fix up, especially if you're not a gearhead motorcycle guy who's been working on motorcycles your whole life. This is a great way to get into that. I mean, you just cannot get any more simple in terms of motorcycle mechanicry. Is that a word? Than this motorcycle. Super simple engine. I mean, I would never dream of taking apart a motorcycle engine before this, but it just was not intimidating when it's just such a little guy. So yeah, if you've been wanting one of these like I did, find one in whatever shape you can. There's nothing that can't be fixed on these. I mean, even if you got one with a completely seized engine, you can buy an aftermarket engine for a few $100s that has 125 cc's and a clutch, so it would be a heck of a lot faster than the original. But if you want one that's a little bit more authentic, find one that can at least turn over, you know, when you kick it. These are obviously kickstarts, and as long as it's not completely seized, you should be able to resurrect it. Alright, here's a new challenge for me here. Uphill, deep sand. Come on, you can do this. Oh yeah. This is actually pretty good in deep sand. These fat little tires make me feel quite stable. More stable than on my bigger bikes, actually, in this kind of stuff. Alright, let's hop off this thing and take a look at it in its natural habitat. Whew. Yeah, it may not be the fastest thing in the world or a demon in the dirt, but I'll tell you, you'll be hard-pressed to find a cuter motorcycle to ride around on. And it does turn heads. Look at this thing. Chrome metal fenders. Those I bought aftermarket. The ones that came on it were spray painted red. But yeah, it's a Honda. The fact that someone like me with zero motorcycle mechanicking experience could get this thing going and ride around on it for hours like I've done is a testament to the Honda engineering. But you just got to be careful. For me, this was the metaphorical candy cigarette that convinced me that smoking real cigarettes would be cool. And I'm not saying that if you buy one of these, fix it up, and ride it around, you're definitely going to become obsessed and not be able to think about anything but motorcycles for the rest of your life. But I'm not saying that either. So just be careful. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you feel like it. And ride safe.